Так, ну чё, ребят, привет. Продолжаем прохождение. Так, чё мы? Побывали в библиотеке. В запретной части её. И теперь возвращаемся к Фигу. Что же он нам теперь скажет? Так-то не велел нам туда ходить. Но нахуй нужен? Мы же его, конечно, не послушались. Ой, бля, у него блэк тут. Пиздец. Это и не блэк. Сейчас он... Уа.
I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive, Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
In the second, they were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
Понятно.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
О, да. Так, я пока, короче, его слушал, короче, понял, что у меня игра звук не писала. Ой, игра, то есть ОБС у меня не писал, короче, звук игры. Так что первые там минуты 3-4 будет без звука. Хотя, блядь, ну ладно. О, это чё? Китка. Чё, это все? Я думал, еще что-то будет. Так, Внешний вид. Да, что ли? О, прикольно. Да. Не, что с этой накидкой вообще... С этой накидкой что-то вообще ничего не сочетается, короче. Если только вот так. Перчи офнуть. Да не. Не. Короче, вот так вот нахуй. Все, заебись. Так, чё?
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Нихуя себе почта, блядь. Так, Нати только что прислал вам сову с просьбой в деревушке под названием Нижний Хоксфилд. Блядь. Чё? А, это карта мира, большая ее часть покрыта туманом, который не позволяет нам видеть ее подробности. Тут карта большая. Так. Деревушка — это небольшие сообщества, разбросанные по всему миру. Ага. Ой, блин. Что-то тут так. Это деревушка, которая называется Нижний Хоксфилд. Вся деревня дает возможность найти новых торговцев, точки с летучим пламенем, побочное задание и коллекционные предметы. Блять, я вышел из руководства. Так, по мере своих исследований вы будете рассеивать туман, открывать остальные части карты. Это даст вам возможность изучить новые места, деревни, подземелья, лагеря бандитов. Ага. Все, да? Все, свободная игра.
Rebellion.
Так, а тут, ага, вот он. Я понял. Типа... Эхе. Все, я понял, как...
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Так, заебись. Заебись. А где еще один сундук?
Revelio.
Я забыл. Ништяк.
Seems rather dull.
Oi, can you help me?
Нет, я тебе не хочу помочь.
Revelio.
Да ебаный в рот, где этот сундук находится? Ничего не понял. Что за
Revelio.
Так, тут бабочки.
Revelio.
Этот что ли? Но он уже вскрытый. Давай, короче, нас сужать. Ладно, хуй на него. Бля, уже 38 минут. Так. Че там задание? Стоп. Новый чемпион. Девушка. Поживите жизнью студента. Посетите занятия по травологии, встретитесь на те. Занятия по травологии. Ну давай, сходим на травологию, надеюсь, за полчаса управлюсь. На нахуй по лестнице перекатай. Хва. Сейчас я вот чувствую какую-нибудь тварь встречу, она мне не даст до травологии добраться. Ой-ой-ой, теплицы.
Revelio.
Что-то где-то звенькнуло. Ух ты. Брал. Нихуя тут сад. Ну, ладно, пойдем на занятие.
Good morning, Professor Garlic. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
Чё за вату она нахуй
Now,
достала?
everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Заорёт же, блядь.
Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and pack down the soil.
Ну и хуйня, блядь.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket. putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
Это, блядь, весь урок?
Now for our next task, we'll be planting Dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our students.
Что-то как-то, ну, типа, сценка из фильма, блядь.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Мы с вашей стороны вспомнить, что я люблю клубнику. Неудивительно, что маглы обожают эти душистые ягоды. Чтобы вы не выращивали, все получается отменного качества, от горячавки до ягод. Очень надеюсь, что под вашим руководством моя племянница тоже освоит этот навык. Леонора в вас души не чает, уверена, как и все. С наилучшим пожеланием, Леонора Эверли. Так, от тебе что надо?
I do wonder about Professor Fig. He's hardly ever in his classroom. Most strange. I've no doubt that Black no ability to have a
Лучшего директора. Ты что скажешь?
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
Ясно. Ты что
I should
скажешь?
think Professor Garlic would be more careful with her mandrakes.
Так, ну что ты мне
Yes,
поведаешь?
Professor?
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I'll say, I nearly went deaf.
Well, yes, of course the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting Dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
Так. Берите крупные семена, чтобы посадить их. Только семена блять, не успел, ну ладно. Листья этого лекарственного растения применяются при приготовлении рябинового отвара. Семена бадьяна можно приобрести в магазине «Волшебная брюква». Можно выращивать в горшке любого размера. Время выращивания 10 минут. Окей, давай.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Окей, где ты? Кто там меня хотел проводить-то, блядь?
Hello.
Ты что
Saw
ли?
you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be
Погнали.
showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages.
Нужно подняться
Up
по
these stairs.
лестнице.
Nice work in defense against the dark arts, by the way.
Да.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Так, чел,
Oh,
ты
well,
что-то меня
thank
куда-то...
you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Typical Slytherin trick, dropping a dragon skull on someone during a fight. We Gryffindors fight with... Here we are, home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on, grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost lost a thumb.
Revelio.
Don't worry, Nurse Blaney put it back on. Trust me. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
Так, что это я собираю-то? Китайская жующая капуста. Ладно. Окей. Удержите L1, используйте, чтобы значит китайскую. Чё? Удерживайте L1 и используйте, чтобы открыть круговое. Китайскую жующую капусту. Затем нажмите L1, чтобы использовать значит свои инструменты ведения боя. Ага. Так. Атакуйте манекен с помощью китайской капусты. Ага. Давай.
Look at that.
Нихуя.
That's not anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters.
Вот тут
Vicious little
хуйня,
bastards,
блядь.
aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Уже, блядь.
Revelio.
Опа. Бля, я забыл.
Leviosa. Lumos. Revelio.
Так, погоди, тут ведь что-то было только что. Какого хуя?
Revelio.
Дерево в теплице. Дерево стоит в центре теплицы Хогвартса, его система корней столь же глубока и запутана, как и подземелье школы. Круто, чё.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I attended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Окей. Так.
Hope those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
Like anything, Crow, we must first
Смотри.
understand it. That goes for plants as well as friendships.
Так, что там? По зельеварению. По 150, охуеть. Лапнул. Заебись.
Did you know that you can use the mandrake to defend yourself? Why, the very idea.
Ой, блядь.
Revelio.
Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against Proшу.
Соберу нахуй сейчас все тут просто. Опа, там сундучок. О, аквариум какой-то, блядь. Ага, понятно. Так. Хы. Еще питик. Так, ну чё, пойдем зелье варить. Зелье варить. Зелье варенье.
Why study in the common room when you can be outside in the fresh air?
А чё? Блять. Я же отследить-то не сделал. Так. А, тут и как бы и... Окей. Да бля.
Off on another adventure, are we?
О, да, конечно. Конечно, я... Да, блядь. Что за со стиком? Занятие. Так, отслеживать. О, ништяк.
Revelio.
Ра-ла-ла-ла. 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 Па, нихуя себе.
I'd spend all day in the
Now, was it
Well,
two
shouldn't there be
creatures of
auras or
Angelica or
someone from the
three?
ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he is.
Revelio.
Куда этот Добби делся? Еще дура на полу сидишь, блядь. Рыжая. Ой. Значок мракоборца. О. Рябина. Заебись.
Revelio.
А, это древняя магия шепчет. Я думаю, что это за хуйня постоянно появляется. Что за шептание, блин? Или... О. Вижу сундук. Сука. Ты чё? Ты чё там нашел? Увидел это? Блять, чую снаряги выкинуть. Что-нибудь самое дешманское. Блять. Короче, уничтожить. Сорок монет. А вот это письмо походу. Распоряжение, дата 31 декабря 1975 года. Отправитель мракоборческий центр. Тема Горбин и Беркес. В последнее время возле магазина Горбин и Беркес наблюдается нездоровое оживление в неурочные часы, особенно после полуночи к черному ходу доставляют подозрительного вида свертки. С учетом репутации магазина мы решили увеличить число мракоборцев, идущих на... Входите в их число, ожидайте дальнейших инструкций. Заебись. Что тут
Revelio.
интересно? Какая-то тряпка. А, там нет. Нихуя себе монеты, блядь. Все, больше тут нихуя нет. Ну ладно, начнем. Значит.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Так, сок. Мурлок момля. Сок мурлок комля. Так. Хуя ложка повар. Помешайте варево. Ай, блядь.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
Соберите яйца. Блять, яйца пипламбы. Соберите темной дворняги. Ну, пиздец.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Professor Sharp said that Witherweld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Так. Да, что ты хочешь, блядь?
Yes, but why does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative. You remember me, don't you? Gareth Weasley.
Ah, yes, we met in the common room.
Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Бля. Бля, что делать? А если... Ладно, хуй с ним, давай.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Ой, блядь, перо.
Remember,
Че, а, это мега. Хуя. Так. Яйца. Два бамбалы. Уебать, такое перо. Не заметить. Короче, мне кажется, мне спиздок дадут.
Your potion should not be that color, Miss McDowell.
Тебе что надо?
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, you're the new student. I've heard much about you. Thank you. I'm Amit, by the way. Pleasure, truly. And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well done.
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem so confounded by potion recipes, it's as if they're written in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really, but I am a self-taught speaker. Merlin's beard, good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Stars, before my next class. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor Shaw is firm, but quite clever. See you soon, no doubt.
Заебись. Чё я на астрономию, блядь, ходить? Охуенно, блядь. Ладно, окей. Где этот пиздюк? Которому перо надо? Ну на, блядь.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Блядь, если он меня подъебал и просто...
Should you chop the Dittany or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
Так, хорошо. О, Феликс. Шансы выпишу на успех. Вот, попробуем. А, все, она варится само, что ли? Я-то думал, так же надо будет месить всю эту хуйню. Ну ладно.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah! Get it! Dragon dunk! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
Вот сука-то какая.
I brewed an Edurus potion, as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
Бля, нужно включить тур. Блять. Ладно, я не понимаю, о чем.
I am not sure what you're talking about, Professor.
You will not earn favor with me by failing to take responsibility for your actions. I suggest you heed my warning. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day.
Don't fret if you run out of ingredients. I simply grow most of what I need.
My Wiggenweld potion's utter rubbish. Wish I could just replace it with one from J. Pippin's.
I hate to see a creature get put down like that. But trolls have no business.
Level up. Level up. Так, что там дальше? Так, что-то я... Что делаю? Задание. Тесноте.
Ugh, my robes are going to reek from Gareth's inspiration for the rest of time.
Hogwarts is a fine
Чё,
school.
надо интересно от меня.
A dash of powdered bat spleen, I
Так, а
think.
я могу туда телепортнуться? Тут что-то я не сильно горю не туда бежать. Ёп, твою мать, это через всю школу. Ху-ху. Выбрать. Крещенные палочки. Переместиться.